Everybody's been driving down the highway and seen that car pull off to the side of the road with a flat tire, and they're just sitting in the car like they don't know what they're doing. What they're really doing is waiting for somebody who knows what they're doing, or waiting for a tow truck to come and pick them up. Today I want to talk to you guys and show you guys the proper way to change a tire so you don't have to wait for a tow truck, so you don't have to call somebody. And there's quite a few reasons why you should know how to change your tire. Today we're going to talk about the supplies and what you should always have in your car in case this ever becomes a problem. The proper steps to change a tire, because a lot of people don't realize there's certain important steps that people just skip and miss, and how it is beneficial. The first point is the supplies. You should always have, or you'll need a flat tire obviously if you're going to change your tire. You need a jack. Most cars come with one in them, just like this one. The other thing you'll need to have is a tire iron, obviously, so you can break your tire loose. Picture that one. So your car normally will come with one just like that. I personally have one of these in my car because I've done tire rotations, all that stuff. If you do other stuff in your car, you're going to have one. Alright, so the proper steps in removing a tire. First thing to remember is the star pattern. People don't realize this. Loosening and tightening bolts have to be done in a specific way, whether you have 4, 5, or 6 bolts. You're going to be jumping across and not just go in a circle. That's bad on the tire. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to loosen the lug nuts. Pull the car still lower down on the car. You're going to follow that star pattern. Next step you're going to do is there's a little, basically looks like a little chunk of metal that comes down below your frame on your car. That's actually what is intended to be used to jack up your car, so you don't bend the frame or damage the actual frame of your car. You're going to jack the car up until your tire is a couple inches off the ground. For this example, I just took my tire off and put it back on because I didn't actually have a flat tire. If your tire is flat, you need to make sure you get a good couple inches off the ground so you have room for your spare. After you get your lug nuts off, keep in the star pattern. Like I said here, make sure you break the lug nuts loose before you even jack up the car. That makes it easier to get your tire off. If your tire doesn't come off, a good, nice kick with the bottom of your foot. You kick it real hard. You're not going to really damage anything. That'll help pop your tire off. Alright, and then to put the other tire on, you're always going to put the new tire on. You're going to hand tighten the lug nuts. You're not even going to use the wrench. You're just going to hand tighten them with your fingers. So nice and tight. Then you're going to lower your car back down to the ground, and then tighten them fully with this one following the star pattern. When you're hand tightening them back on, it doesn't matter as much because you're just getting them snug. However, when you go to retighten them, you want to make sure you're following that star pattern to make sure your tire isn't sitting funky or off center. That helps make sure it's centered correctly. Furthermore, after you do change your tire, or if you put your donut on, you're not going to want to drive around on your donut for weeks and weeks on end. You see people on the road too driving around with their donuts weeks and weeks on end. You don't want your donut in your car. That tire is not intended to. That's intended to get you to a tire shop, get your tire replaced, get your tire fixed, and then get that tire back off. Once you get your new tire back on, you want to check about a week after you get that tire back on to make sure your lug nuts are still tight. The reason this is beneficial, it is a time saver. You're no longer sitting there on the side of the road waiting for somebody to come help you. You're no longer sitting on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck. That also saves you money because you're not paying the tow truck driver to come and help you change your tire, or paying them to tow your car somewhere, because you're then able to drive your car to where it needs to be. The final thing is safety. Knowing how to properly change your tire, you're safer. You're not going to hurt yourself changing your tire if you don't know what you're doing, where you might. The other thing is like storms, for example. If bad weather's coming in, it's just safer to be able to get that done quickly. You know the proper process, so you're not stuck out there in the storm on the side of the road with no shelter. The other thing is, everybody's seen a tire like this. This is what happens when you have a flat tire and you don't change it, and you think, I can just drive just a little bit farther and it'll be okay. I can make it to that tire shop. No, you really can't. You're going to damage your tire even more. You're going to make it so they can't fix that tire because it's just a slow leak and your tire's flat. You take it to a tire shop, they can fix it, and you don't have to spend the $100, $200 for a new tire. Doing this not only endangers you, it also endangers other people on the road with rubber all over the ground, all over, and that's going to kick up into people's windshield. It could break other people's windshields. That's more money for them, and it's just not safe to be driving around on a flat tire. So today we talked about what to make sure you have in your car. Make sure you always have your jack, or have a jack in your car. If you don't have one, there's cheap ones in stores. Always have a tire iron with you so you can take care of all the stuff on your own. How to change a tire, remembering the star pattern, make sure you loosen them before you jack up the car, and only hand tighten them before you relower the car, and how it's beneficial, saving you time, money, and for your own safety and other people's safety reasons. So next time you see somebody on the side of the road, you can always pull over and try and help them, or it'll just save you money in the future. Thank you.